Hello. Well, I guess I'll just wait until people come. Probably not going to be really anyone here since this is kind of a weird thing. But I'll probably be saying this throughout the stream that the company whose strings I am using, for those of you who are watching after this stream is up. Hi, no, don't leave. I'm here. I was just about to say to whoever is watching this after the stream finishes, that throughout the stream I'm probably going to be mentioning that the company whose strings I am using are not sponsoring me. What? No, you haven't. What have you been doing? I haven't wanted you yet. Ooh, another person. Hello. All right, my strings finally came today. I'm not sure if I should show which ones that I'm using currently. Oh, you're drinking. I took my ADHD meds late, so I probably shouldn't drink yet for my heart's health. And also, my morphia has gotten really bad, like to the point where I was at a dermatologist appointment today, and if anyone wants an update about my morphia, which I should probably make a video about sometime explaining what it is. But it's a rare, to give a quick briefing, it's a rare autoimmune disease that I have. It is classified. Yes, I do. It's classified, and it is a type of scleroderma, which is a disease that is the scleroderma, which is hardening of the skin. And it's usually when your body overproduces connective tissue and stores it in an organ of your body that, for whatever reason, your immune system thinks is an invading part of your body, like an invading particle, like a bacteria or virus. Or like some piece of dirt and whatnot. So my immune system is confusing my skin as like a virus or bacteria or other invading particle or thing, and it's overproducing collagen and putting it in my skin. And with the stress about my parents moving and my dad's heart issues and, adjusting to life outside of the house and whatnot, all of it coming at once is pretty stressful. So that is probably making it worse out of all the things that could be making it worse, because the immune system reacts to stress. And so the more stressed you get, the more active it gets. So the more my body's attacking itself. And alcohol, which I have cut down on a lot, although I started drinking a little more again, but I'm backing off again. That decreases the effectiveness of antibiotics such as penicillin, which I have been taking mostly, and I'm going to be taking a different medication. But anyway, I guess we got two people. Yes, I know. I usually just try to escape. I know I have people I can talk to. Sometimes talking about it can be the hardest part, though, but that's not what the stream is about. The stream is about me changing the strings on my violin, and I bet you Omegon, like usual, will be like coming in at like the last tail end of it or something, because he's either probably streaming. Well, yeah, he could be streaming a game or something instead of sleeping, or he's, in bed already. And I just realized I need to get a drink of water. Hold on, guys. I moved a whole bunch of chairs, so I can't like get out easily. I need water? Fill up 2 glasses. Water. Okay. 2 glasses of water right over there so I don't knock them over. The basement is getting finished finally. 7DDT is updating. Oh, okay. I totally forgot what that stood for. So this is my better violin, the one that is worth $1,000 to $2,000, which again is pretty cheap for a violin. It's more expensive than the other one that I have, but yes, thank you. Actually, this isn't the entire outfit. Hold on. So, I'm not using my Yeti again. Oh, the other person left probably because I'm not actually changing my strings yet. But I've actually had this dress since 8th grade, but I didn't start wearing it until 9th grade of high school. And it's like a t-shirt dress sort of thing, and I like to wear these over the knee socks with them. Whoops, I lifted my leg up too high. That was a mistake. Please, any future employer watching this, that was completely accidental. I did not mean to show that much. I was just trying to show the socks and I wasn't thinking. Okay. But yeah, with this dress and these socks, I like to wear this homemade hat that I probably should have made a little differently now that thinking back on it. But there was like a beanie like a beret beanie thing that I really liked that had this, I'm not sure how much you can see it, but it was like this design on it. It was knitted, and I was like going through a knitting revival in sophomore year of high school because I had a lot more time that year of high school. That was my easiest year of high school. So I did a whole lot of knitting. I still need to finish the hunting ski mask that I promised I'd make for my dad. So so yeah, I made this like beret beanie hat, and I can wear it like a few different ways. It's not perfect, but it's homemade, and it actually is really good as an indoor hat because it has holes so it can breathe, so it doesn't get too hot, but it does get really nice and warm. So it's perfect for my apartment, which we keep at only 67 degrees Fahrenheit. And the reason why it's really warm and why these are also made with the same yarn are really warm is because I use yarn that is really thick and is normally like meant for like carpet projects and whatnot. Like, oh gosh, I forget what they're called. I made something like it in elementary school, but it's like you have a cord that you take yarn and you like wind it around it, and it, like you can coil it up and like make a big like mat or like a basket. That was cool, a cool project in elementary school art class. But you can also, this yarn is also like meant for making woven blankets or like crocheted or knitted blankets. But I just really love the texture of it and how thick and warm it is and all the different colors it can come in, and it can come in like 2 different colors in the same like skein. So you can have it like flip back, like switch back and forth between like 2 different shades or tones of color. Oh, my back. I meant to schedule a massage and chiropractic appointment. Oops. I need to do that. Yeah, so. Oh, it's okay. Thank you. Well, I'll just keep on rambling until more people come. But yeah, you can still sort of like see the texture in it. I did make a couple mistakes where I like started taking out stitches. So then like made some issues with the patterns in some parts. Looking back on it, I should probably I should totally get back into knitting and like sell stuff like this on Etsy because I get a lot of compliments for it and a lot of people think it's super cute and I could, make some money on that and have some fun and like have something productive to do while I'm wasting time watching YouTube videos and stuff. Uh, and also because of how thick this yarn is, you can use it up fast so the projects take less time. And they're also like small projects, but it's really cute. Well, it depends. Sometimes having fun can be a waste. Yeah, I made the gloves partly because I'll often have like circulation issues. So these are important, and also they're like super good because usually like I'm warm up until my wrists and then afterwards it's cold. So these keep my blood vessels like open in my wrist and whatnot, and it keeps the blood flowing to my fingers. And they're super cute and super duper warm. So it's really cool. And also I tried to make some twists on them, like right here. You can kind of see like I tried to twist it. This is totally off topic of what this thing is. Oh, I forgot to get out my tuner. So because we're getting the basement finished, yeah. So, oh yeah. Anyway, so I'm probably not gonna be wearing this stuff for most of the stream. Ooh, it feels cold not having that on. And I'm gonna keep my hair up and out of the way. I probably should comb or brush it, but I'm not right now. People who are watching this later are probably gonna be like, get on with it. Sometimes I swear I can just feel the morphia, and it really is really active. Normally I have like a Celtic cross necklace on with this dress. I just was in a hurry not packing. Let me make a box of tissues over here. And yeah. Alright, I got my phone too, just in case. Oh boy. So even though I haven't even had the set of strings that are on this fiddle right now for a year, like it's been like 11 months. I put those strings on around like Christmas, New Year's time. So it's not even been a year, and then the E string broke. And then I had to put on an old E string that I had kept just in case the strings broke. like a string broke, and then that one broke, and these, like, I've never had this happen with these strings before. Hello, new person. Hi, I was just about to get to, I've been rambling for like 15 minutes waiting for more people to come. Oof. So, I've never had issues with these strings before, and these are the strings that are like $65. Who else is here? Why don't you post in the chat? Oh, fudge. I've never had to. Oh. Hi, what's my favorite song to play? Ooh, that's a good question. There's a whole lot I love to play. But right now, I think my favorite one to play is Be Off Macintosh. Well, there's like 3 different titles for it. But I just find the reels so sexy for some reason. Like, there's some tunes where I'm just like, that's sexy. And they're super fun to play. And, but yeah, that one currently, off the top of my head, I love playing that one. There's a number of tunes that I know that have been like my favorites to play that I just can't like think of. But I think my favorite reel to play right now is Be Off Macintosh, also known as Keep It Up, which it has a Gallic title too, and it's in 2 collections that I know of, the Sky Collection, and then before I was in the Sky Collection, it's in the first Simon Fraser of Naki collection. Most people just call it the Fraser collection or the Naki collection, because for most people, that's just like the only one. Who the heck is calling? I'll be right back. Hello? Of course, it's a pharmacy order update. I might as well find the thing. Wait, it's like on page. Yeah, my parents still use these, which it can be nice. It's the middle one on this page. I'm not sure if it's showing up in the right direction. But it's like Asa Oisach. And one of its earliest appearances that I know of is in the Fraser collection, which came out in the early 1800s, I think. I didn't bring it with me. I just brought the Sky collection with me here because I have a whole bunch of music. Well, didn't know that they were redoing the basement, so I have no idea where like the rest of my music is right now that I left here, even though I bought like 3 tote bags full of music down to Blacksburg. Yes, I do. What? Wait, do you know anything from any Flogging Molly? I haven't listened to Flogging Molly in a while. I don't know why, because like whenever I look them up, I'm like, oh yeah, these guys, I love their music, and then like I'll forget about them, and then someone brings them up again. I'm like, oh yeah, them, I like their music, and then I forget about them for whatever reason. But I have to look into this stuff. I think they do a lot more Irish, while I usually do a lot more Scottish. But I do enjoy Irish music, and I do play a few Irish tunes because I don't discriminate, and Irish music is fun. I know that there are some Scottish musicians who, especially like in the States, who are kind of like purists, and I mean, in different ways. Like you have those who are like, oh, we don't want to mix like rock and folk or metal and folk, but like a mix of more classical and like metal and rock is fine. and I find that absolutely bizarre. Oh yeah, I love Irish music. I like punk. I like Scottish music. I like folk metal. Both my parents are punks, so I was introduced to punk music in the cradle, which a lot of people find weird, and my parents did regret it a little bit once I started singing "Bad Habit" by The Offspring at the age of 5. And that song has a whole lot of swear words, and I didn't know. All right, so I'm going quickly back to the string changes. Today I'm starting with the E string because the other E string already broke off, so I might as well start. Usually you start with the A string, but I'm just gonna start with the E string today. Since, yeah, I really probably should try to figure out why my E strings are just constantly breaking now. Because this has never happened to me before where I've had like a bunch of strings break. Because usually like this particular, oh shoot. Stringing up strings can be difficult because you got to get it just the right. Oh, fudge. No, wait. Are they cheaper quality? Oh, heavens no. Oh, heavens no. This brand of strings, like, I got this set of strings for $65. Sometimes you pay up to like $70 for this set, like this set. They are not low quality at all. They are higher quality than what was it, Domain or Dominion strings. Yeah, violin strings can be super expensive. Like, a lot of guitarists, they don't quite understand what goes into violin maintenance or and whatnot, because their strings are so cheap and everything, and there's not as many parts to their instrument, believe it or not. But yeah, no, the set of strings that I have on my backup violin, which I was playing at a jam, no, the horsehair is actually. Oops, there goes the thing. So the horsehair is right here. It's the hair on the bow is the horsehair. The strings on modern violins, or what modern violins use, and also what rehabilitated Baroque violins use, where they actually change the way that the violin was created right here, and they elongate the neck. Those use metal strings. So this is metal. I should really stop touching like all over the string because the oils will ruin the rosin on the horsehair of my bow. But yeah, no, so these strings are metal. I don't think there's a such thing as like a nylon violin string, but I know there are nylon guitar strings. And yeah, so oh shoot, there's like a nick in there's like a bend in the come on, fine tuner, come on, get it a fudge. It's really bad when you get like kinks in your string, and I think I just got a kink in my string a little bit, not too bad. Hopefully the tension will stretch them out. Loosen the fine tuner. Okay, come on, loosen up, get in there. Yeah, so violin strings can cost, like a good pair can cost, or a good set, not pair, good, oh fudge, I don't want that to be, to be crooked. There we go. There we go. Okay. What's the difference from guitar strings? Well, guitar strings are longer. That I probably shouldn't have mentioned that. That's like a no duh. I'm sure guitar strings are wound differently, like the ones that are wound differently. Probably different materials, like some strings use silver. Yeah, like my G string is a synthetic core and wound with silver. So silver wound. I am not sponsored by this brand. I wish they would sponsor me, but I'm not like a big enough channel to be sponsored yet. But these are a synthetic core, and they're silver wound. So sometimes it's like just the materials. I can double check what goes into guitar strings because my brother played guitar for a while, and he has used both nylon and metal strings. I think he used like nylon at school and metal at home. Let's see, the E string, multi-layer steel wire with a tin plating. My A string is a synthetic core and aluminum wound. And I already said the G string. And the D string is also a synthetic core that's aluminum wound. So with guitar strings, some are nylon and that's probably cheaper. What is going on with this table? It looks like the table's like coming apart because it's one of those tables that takes leaves. So I just got the E string on. Spam text. I'm like getting texts from like carpet companies and whatnot now, and like phone stuff, and like leave me alone. So what goes into guitar Oh yeah, I need to fix my bridge. My bridge is a little bit warped. I'm not sure if you can really yeah, you can see it. It is warped. I wonder if that is having an effect on my E strings, because that's the side it's all warped. So what I might end up doing, unfortunately, is just like taking everything off again and then putting it in the mic. I probably should have done that before I did this. Why didn't I think of that? I'm such a space head sometimes. I guess I was thinking like, well, I have the house to myself. I can just live stream and no one will bother me because my parents are out having dinner with a friend and whatnot. So while my E string is adjusting there for a little bit, let's look up guitar strings. So metal guitar strings. Let's look at those to see what goes into them. Let's see. Let's look at the super. What is it? Gosh. Different types of guitar strings. Explained. Okay. So let's see. There's some that use steel and nickel, some that use brass and bronze, and then there's nylon strings. So, and then you got the winding types, the coding. I guess, what was it? So my E string uses steel, but the coating is tin, so maybe it just has to do with the construction of them. That's possible. Do I professionally record anything? You know, I was going to be a part of recording an album when I was in a band not too long ago, but the summer just we were supposed to record an album to sell at the Renaissance Fair, but the summer just got super busy. Yeah, I was gonna do some stuff in like a sound studio, and then that just didn't happen because of the rest of the band being so busy, and also then I had to leave the band because the band is up here in like the DC area, and I'm currently down living in Blacksburg. I'm just home for the holidays because Thanksgiving and my birthday. Which is just in a couple days. So I had to leave the band because I'm down in Blacksburg studying at Virginia Tech, and I can't really like drive the 4 hours up here constantly. So it's here. But I have, the contact information for a guy up here who does do recordings and whatnot. So if I feel confident enough in my ability and like I have a whole bunch of stuff ready, actually that's part of what we were gonna do in recording with the band. I just don't have the equipment currently. The microphone I did get is not wanting to cooperate, unfortunately. I do upload YouTube videos though, so I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Once I think I'll try to really start recording stuff when I feel really confident. I wonder if you guys can see the marks from the vibrating string and whatnot on my fingerboard. So yeah, I have another issue with this violin where the notch for the A string up here is too deep, and the A string just keeps on vibrating against the fingerboard. So when I pluck it, it doesn't produce as much sound as it should. It gets muted, and it doesn't sound right. So, see, at 2020 is a good recording mic. Oh, cool. Thanks. I took a screenshot of that so I can have that information at hand. I'll probably ask for that for like Christmas because it's a little late for birthday. I think what my parents decided for a birthday present is they're just gonna buy me a whole bunch of sets for like a whole bunch of string sets, because when it's $65 for a set of the brand of strings that I like, that doesn't normally break on me and whatnot. I don't know why it. Come on. Oh, fudge. Yes, wait. Did I get it in there? So, yeah, so here I have a fine tuner. So I just put the ball and like right here with this one, the ball with the A, D, and G strings, the ball gets in here and then you push it up into the hook. And so then that's how it stays down there in the tailpiece. And then you line it up with the notch. Oh boy. Okay. Ooh, it's so out of tune. part of me, let's see, you'd probably want to get an XLR version. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Another screenshot there. Thank you very much. I will add that to my list. What am I, the freaking priest from the Princess Bride? Oh, fudge. Dang it. Come on. Come on. Come on. What you really want to do is get the string with it on the peg lined up as much with the knuckle, the nut. I keep on forgetting if it's knuckle or nut. But you want to get it up lined up with the notch for it on this part right here, because strings are the only things on a violin that want and like to make straight lines, and it's better if you can make them as straight as possible. And you can't just shock the game. I'm just kidding. No, there are no frets on a violin. There used to be frets on like double basses back in the Baroque era, because like no one really played double bass professionally. It was more like, all right, we got this many violins, we got this many violas, we got this many cellos. Okay, we need one of you guys to go play double bass. So they would have frets on the double bass so that like apparently about anyone could just like play it and figure it out. And, you know, they would have some basic training, but that wouldn't be their primary instrument that they would like really study, so that they could just like use the frets as like a baseline for where their fingers should be. And it would also create a more open string sound. And that was what was considered beautiful for music at the time. What's the difference between a violin and a viola? So a violin, so the violin, both violins and violas have 4 strings, and they're placed upon the shoulder. In modern times, it used to be that both were played down on the arm, and the neck was shorter, and those actually probably slightly healthier for the body. But the strings for a violin go E, A, D, G. And it's like the smallest regularly played string instrument, I guess you could say. You know, with the exception of like you got your kit fiddles, which is really just a mini violin carved out of a hunk of wood and strung up with a little bridge that you play on, and you have a tailpiece on it. And that's for travel. And so it's a higher pitched thing. With a viola, I mean, there probably are neck exercises I should do before long sessions, but I don't know any, so I don't do any. But that would probably be good, because I've had a knot in my shoulder since I was like 11 in 5th grade, and like no massage therapist, as far as I know, has been able to get it out, and they would probably have to use like a horse massager. Well, I'm a couple days away from my 22nd birthday, so coming up on those 50 years. Anyway, back to the viola versus violin. So a viola, its 4 strings are A, D, G, C. So it's a whole 5th lower than the violin, and it's larger than a violin. They use a completely different Clef. For some reason I was gonna say staff, and I was like, no, that's not right. They use a completely different clef. Forget if it's called like alto clef or tenor clef, but like violas are the only ones that use whatever clef that they use. There's no other instrument that uses their clef, and it's like right in between a bass clef and a treble clef. And it's kind of bizarre. So if you want to be able to play like, ow, freaking bruise! I have this horrible bruise on my thigh from airsoft. If you want to play like all the major string instruments, you have to like learn this one clef that no one uses except for violas, and it's kind of bizarre. I am going to wind this up, or in a circle, I suppose, or I could put it. And I have like a tube for backup strings. Oh, I already have a tube for. Holy hold on. No way. I had a second backup E string the whole time and I totally forgot about it. Wow. Well, I guess I needed a new set anyway, because I mean, this E string was probably going to break. So this will be another backup E string. I mean, I think these strings have like corrosion on them anyway, I think. So yeah, that does deserve a slow clap. So let's all slow clap for me, because for the person who just joined, oh shoot, where did the other end to it go? Did I leave it? Yeah, it came off in there. So I have this the whole reason why I got this whole second set of this whole new set of strings that I'm putting on my violin right now is because my backup E string had broken, and I'm just realizing now that I had a second backup E string that was an old string on my violin from like a couple of years ago in this tube in my violin case. I cannot talk the whole freaking time, and I totally forgot about it. I'm a dunce. But let's be honest, it would probably break soon anyway. I already went through 2 E strings this semester. Come on, get back in there. Oops. Eeps, ipes, oops, ops. Ah! Come on. There. I mean, that's not even a complete set of strings in there either, so it's probably good that I got this, and I guess it'll count as just part of my birthday present, which is going to be a bunch of extra string sets, which is good, because $65 for a string set, or at least for these specific strings. Oh, I forgot to put the other one in the thing. Oops. So yeah, the other Vision strings, again, not sponsored. This is just what I've been using for years, like since high school or middle school or something. I guess really since high school. When like I was really getting more serious into competing, and I was in the most advanced orchestra and whatnot. You know, you got to make sure that you sound good. And oh, I should probably put this. What the heck just beeped? Yeah, I should probably put this around it, probably to prevent further corrosion. Where was I? Right. There's another set of Visions. The one that I have on my backup violin, which I mentioned yesterday. It's $40. I wound that too tight, and there's gonna be kinks, but oops. Probably won't be kinks for a while. Yeah, that was starting to get some corrosion because of humidity. Yeah, oops, just oops. Just big oops. One big slow oops. So yeah, there's a $40 set on my backup fiddle. And those are also Visions, but they're not as serious. As these. More like, ooh. Sometimes I can do the words. I cannot words. Words are so hard today. I can sometimes do the Roblox oof like perfectly or close to it. I mean, which is pretty good for an alto female. You can see the rubbing marks. So one of you guys asked like what causes those marks. That would be from my fingers pressing on the fingerboard there to make the notes. Apparently not. I need to brush up on my Mandarin. What was I saying? Right. So those marks on my fingerboard are caused by my finger pressing on the string. Ooh. Okay. Whew. It wasn't lining up to the notch on my bridge, which I need to fix. And I realized when I started the stream, after I started this, like 20 minutes after I started the stream, oh, hey, I need to put my bridge in the microwave wrapped in a damp towel. Someone just left again. I'm going to tighten that A string again. Ooh. Ooh. This is not in tune at all. I'm just tightening him and then they'll loosen up. So my fingers press on the strings and the strings press down onto the fingerboard, and then presto, the vibration creates those marks on the violin. So yeah, that, and also sometimes, and this is really bad, at least on my older violin, my fingers would sometimes like rub the strings back and forth. And people just like keep on joining and then leaving immediately. This violin needs some TLC. So does the other one. TLC meaning tender love and care, which is exactly not what is on right, which is exactly what is not on TLC's 90 Day Fiancé. There's not much tender love and care on there. No. Did you see the one? What was it? I was watching, I think, I Am Alex or Atozi, looking at the one where the guy goes all the way to Brazil and he breaks it to the woman that he was meeting there. Yeah, I was locked up for arson. The house that my ex-girlfriend was in burned down, and I was found guilty of that. And it's like, holy shoot. This dude, like, whoa. And it's not really revealed as to whether or not, like, it was actually him who did it, I think, but I know that he was accused and found guilty of arson and of the house that his ex-girlfriend was in, and his ex-girlfriend had like a restraining order on him, I think. And he just wants to start a new life, and he's finally breaking it to this girl that he's the 90-day fiance of, and it's like, whoa, dude, like, ooh. Why is my phone flashing? Well, my boyfriend hasn't texted me. So I'm probably not going to hear from him until Thanksgiving. Unless he's like watching in silence right now. Oh yeah, TLC is a weird channel. I don't watch it. I just watch people reacting to it and commenting on it. Yeah, that's an E flat. I hope I can talk to Matthew soon. Ooh. I'm gonna have to move my bridge. Yes, hi. Oh, you don't have to watch it from the beginning. I mean, you can always go back to it later. I mean, I really spent the first 15 minutes just rambling, waiting for people to come on. So there's a whole lot you can skip. And that'll... Yep. So what you're saying now is, let's see, the world can only handle so many people with ADHD. Yeah. I know, ADHD can be bad when you're, like, trying to plan with people. Oh, too high. Too low. Oh, that's too high. For some reason, I was thinking, like, B flat was lower than A for a second. Planning what? Plan, what's that? Yeah. Well, you know how, like, sometimes you forget to put something that you said you would go to or you really wanted to go to? You like, forget to put that in your calendar. And then you accidentally, like, make plans with someone else on that same day at that same time, and you totally forgot about the other thing, and then you finally remember the thing on the, well, but again, calendar? Yeah. But, like, I wanted and said I would go to a fiddle jam yesterday, which I did, and I had a blast. But the thing is I started, like, wanting to go to that and planning to go to that and like said I would go to that about a week ago, I think. And then later that week I forgot to put it in my calendar. Or, like, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it entirely because yesterday was my brother's birthday, but then I, like, found out, okay, we're going to celebrate my brother's birthday on Tuesday. So, then, like, Matthew was like, I really want to see you. And I was like, I want to see you too. And then I got ahead of myself and I accidentally, like, told him that we could hang out on, like, Saturday. And then I found out we couldn't. I was like, okay, maybe Sunday and or Sunday and Monday. And then like, in the afternoon, because I had I knew I had an appointment this morning. And then I remembered yesterday or late last night, like yesterday morning or late last night, like, oh, wait, I have this fiddle thing that I wanted to go to, and I haven't seen, like, my fiddling buddies in forever. Yeah, well, so I was like, oh, wait, Matthew, I double booked myself. There's this other thing that I really wanted, this fiddle thing I really wanted to go to. And he was not happy. And I don't want to go into, like, a lot of detail because that would be not okay. Because I want to, like, sort things out with him. But he was just, like, not happy that I wasn't reliable, which is totally understandable. But you know, he remembered yesterday that, like, oh wait, he has a doctor's appointment today at 2, and I was like, okay, that's okay. But I feel like he got madder at me forgetting about the thing that I had already said I would go to and wanted to go to, like, for me forgetting about that and accidentally double booking myself. That I think it might have made him angrier than when he made basically the same or similar mistake. And you know, I'm not happy about the double standard that I feel like is there. And so I haven't heard from him in, like, 24 hours or so. And I'm really worried because I want to sort things out with him, and I just want us to, like, sort things out and be more understanding of each other so that this doesn't happen again and we don't get angry at each other for, you know, mistakes and whatnot. And I said that I would just, like, talk to him another day when, you know, we've both calmed down and, like, I'm ready to talk. But, you know, I mean, he's a super nice guy, but maybe just like the tone was misinterpreted through text, because that can happen. So there's that. Yeah, it's not like I can really help that. I mean, yeah, I should have put it in my calendar, but I didn't, because I wasn't sure, if I could make the original thing because of my brother. And then I just accidentally got ahead of myself because I was thinking and being excited about being with him. But, I feel like we need to be understanding of each other. Like, if you have prior plans that just didn't involve each other and then you accidentally double book yourselves, I feel like people should be more understanding about that. Like, I could understand being super mad if you had like a restaurant reservation and then like the person stood you up to go to like some stupid thing that they found out about at the last minute. I could totally be like that. I would totally understand someone being mad about that. But I don't want to like say anything stupid or anything, and I want to give Matthew a level of privacy. It's not like yeah, but like at this point, I don't think ADHD is even like really an excuse. It's just, with this break, I have like a week and everyone wants to see me, So it's just like anyone would have trouble keeping track of who, what, when, where, how, why, all of that stuff. So, I'm not sure if he quite understands like what's going on with me, and I just want to talk to him about that. Like, and it's not like he was being super mean, it's not like he was being abusive or anything. He just like said one thing that like, about him being mad, but it's not like he was cussing at me or anything. He's super sweet, and I just let him down, and he was a little upset about that. And I feel like he might be a little more upset than he should be, and that's all. So, I mean, it's probably not even worth talking about, and I probably just made everything worse. But, like, if Matthew is watching this, know that, like, I don't hate you. And, you're not a bad guy. And no one try to, like, find him. Because you won't find him. He has, like, a social media presence level of, like, 0.1. He likes to hide himself. Which is understandable. I, on the other hand, am not like that. Yeah, but I mean, he's probably just grading tests or getting sleep or something right now, Usually that's why I don't hear from him for long periods of time. He has homework or tests to grade because he's basically like an undergrad TA. So that's probably just what's going on. It's just, I get a little worried because I don't want to, have things messed up with him and everything. I just want to have us work through issues and whatnot, like mature adults. Because I know he probably thinks that I'm being childish right now. I mean, one could argue that I am, and I could totally get that, because my response might have been a little bit childish, but, I held off. Yeah. I just want to sort things out with him like any logical person would. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. Right, that's the E. What the? There's the D. Hello, people. So yeah, I haven't heard from Matthew in a little bit. Aww. Yes. I've got the D. So, my violin is semi-in tune. I just put entirely new strings on it. Oh my god. And they are it's the $75 set of strings that I'm not being sponsored by, but I totally would hope to be sponsored by them one day. And also we discovered, oh my god, you're going to enjoy this, that, here, I'll grab it. So in violin cases, they usually have these tubes for storing extra strings. And I just realized that there is an E string. So I had a second backup E string the whole freaking time, and I totally forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. I mean, it's been in there for a while. It's probably a little worse for wear. Some corrosion on it, and it probably would have broken in a month or so, maybe. I don't know. I mean, the Vision solos are usually pretty good. Generally, you don't have to change them as often as the other major brands that I think. So let's get right into the more fine tuning, which will probably just go worthless. I'm not even that old. I just completely forget that I have those tubes in my violin cases. Because I don't normally use those strings as backups. I usually just keep them in separate little packets so that I can keep track of which string is which. Although it's easy to tell which is the G string and which is the E string just due to the sizes, but the D and A strings are so similar looking. I forgot to put my shoulder rest on. That felt weird. I have a really high shoulder rest because I have a long neck. Not as long as that pro-Antifa professor who is so proud to be teaching future dead cops crazy guy. That dude is the definition of a pencil neck. You know, just he's a human giraffe. Another thing I realized after I started the stream, like 20 to 30 minutes after I started the stream, I should have fixed my bridge because my bridge is warped. There you go. You can see it's not straight up. Oh, that reminds me. I need to fix my bridge in a different way. It's leaning forward. You do not want a bridge that's leaning forward. You want it leaning. You want it straight up or leaning backwards. So if you're going to have a Pisa bridge, like a Leaning Tower of Pisa bridge, you might as well be leaning backwards because you do not want it leaning forwards, apparently. I actually remember there was this one girl at Jinkin' There were these twins that were in the bluegrass, like a family bluegrass band that went to Jinkin' one year. And one of them, like her bridge was so, oh my gosh, this bridge is so bent. I'm gonna have to fix that after the stream, like after I have everything all set up. You know, I'm already in head first, so I might as well finish this, but that just messed up all the tuning, so I'm gonna have to do that again. But you know, yeah, even the G side is looking a bit wonky. That's so annoying. I have my violin stand right there. Lovely. And this China hutch behind me was my great grandma McGraw's. The one that I was named after. I don't like the way that A sounds. It's probably due to the issues up here. Can you believe that's what I was doing when my last Baroque bow broke? just tuning and then just that was bad. That and sad. Oh, and I had so much work done to that bow to keep it together. Let's see if I can still play the new Christmas tree. I guess I'll be playing sitting down. The jam that I went to yesterday, the next jam is gonna be like third Sunday of December, and I'll probably be missing it because of my cousin's wedding. They have this plan to wear as much clashing plaid as possible, plaid and tartan as possible. Oh, it's gonna be so comical. Too bad I'll probably miss it. Right, I haven't played this reel in a while. Oh, this one has a different ending than I know. No. It's just a fancy version of the other one. Okay. Now I have to adjust to this violin. Both the feel is so different. Yeah, I really need to practice that one and get used to playing this again. Ooh, Bog and Lockin's in here. Let's take on that. Hey! What? So there's a song called My Wife Has a Wanton Wee Thing, and then in like the Victorian era or so, it was changed to it was not the Victorian era changed again. Bog and Lochin. Anyway, but so there's another. It was then changed to My Wife Is a Wanton Wee Thing, and the version that I know is a jig. The version in this book was arranged into a strathspey. I ain't taking that on right now. Not the burnt leg. Well, that sucks. What is it with the Isle of Skye and having the most sad and gruesome title. So the Isle of Skye has provided us with lovely tunes such as I'll Break Your Head for You, I Put a Dirk in the Old Man, and The Burnt Leg. Now, Isle of Skye is very, very violent. I'm not going to take on that one right now. Oh, the Forfeit Hunt. That's what I played. Okay, so the Forfeit Hunt is what I played at Nationals this year. Let's see if I can... Right. Oh, I gotta tune the G. So my violin's not perfectly in tune, but it's gonna be a while before that happens. And that is the Forfeit Hunt by A. Allen. Now, I learned that one in 6th grade, I think. Thank you. And that's me getting used to this instrument again after jamming for like 2.5 hours yesterday. Oh, in this copy of the Skye collection that I have, there's one page that's like completely unusable, and then there's a whole bunch of pages that are just repeats of other pages for no good reason. Like it's the same page number and everything. Whoever made this copy just completely fucked it up, and it was a super expensive copy too. So I have to print out one page off of the PDF that you can get out of one of the PDFs you can get for free online, because there's no copyright on this anymore. It's completely run out. So anyone can look up the Skye Collection PDF, or like free PDF of Skye Collection, and you can just download it for free, print it off, which might be cheaper. Yeah, it probably would be cheaper just to download that and then send it to like Office Depot. I gotta find Bog and Lochin. There's the Mason's apron, right? Yeah, Mason's. I should actually really learn that tune, because everyone plays it except for me, because I don't know why. I guess, I don't know. I like listening to other people play it, but I can never get it to sound how I want it to. And I just keep on forgetting about it until I see it. Bog and Lochin. Da 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 da. Badag, badag. No, not in that book. I should mention that the Sky Collection is like multiple books, so I have like, yeah, the Sky Collection is 6 different books in one. So I have 6 different brain stopped working for a second. 6 different tables of contents. All of them are organized in alphabetical order, but you never know which table of contents the tune that you're looking for is going to be in. So you have to look at every single table of contents in alphabetical order. And it can be kind of annoying. Hold on, people. Praise of Ochtertyre. Bogenlachen. Page 90. Nande. Bogenlachen. It's kind of like one of those essential Strathspeys. Stop trying to close on me. I mean, oh, Mary Kitty. Stay! Oh, okay. So let's see if I can play this still. Dang it. It's 4 parts, but like the B part and the D part are basically the same. Brenda's wish should stay open, right? Oh, sweet Molly. Sweet Molly. Is that a tune in the Fraser collection? There's a few tunes in here that are in the Fraser collection. But anyway, so that is, oh, Lord Lovett's welcome to. Not trying to pronounce that. Nope, not gonna try. Hold on to what? I don't know. You decide. Just as long as it's appropriate. I need water. Yeah. I don't think I have played the first reel I played in competition for you guys. Which is Ms. McLeod Rosse. I cannot play this violin anymore. Wow. Yeah, so that was the first reel I ever played in a competition. And I was 13. A lot of people start competing younger than that, but some people start competing older. Yeah, it's all approximate. It's close enough for an instrument that just got new strings on. Has Matthew texted me yet? No. Okay. No, it has to get up at like 5:30 in the morning. So, yeah, let's see if got anything else in my big book of rally music. Look at how much music is in here. Music! I have more music than I know what to do with. I need to fix how some of these pages were printed out. Arthur C. I haven't played that in forever. It's written by, I should probably put something under this. There we go. It was written by, not George Marshall. It was written by William Marshall. Yes, William Marshall. It's right there on the page. I just didn't see it. So the man who wrote that was not a professional musician. He was actually a servant to, what was it, some duke in the 18th century. He was completely self-taught. He was a self-taught clockmaker, tailor, violinist, music composer. He was a genius. He was a Scottish Renaissance man, and he was a servant. But he was best friends with the guy he was the personal servant for, which is pretty cool. They grew up as like best friends. So his master like always supported him in like all of his endeavors and whatnot. So he had a really great support system. In fact, the Duke's wife was really the one who got William to start publishing his music, because she was telling him like, look, the Gows are already publishing your music and then taking all your credit. So you better start, you gotta start publishing your own compositions and claiming your words. like explaining that you were the composer. So he was like, okay, that finally got him to actually start publishing his stuff, because before she was nagging him and he didn't do anything. But yeah, no, he's like one of the only great fiddlers and composers from the 18th century who was an amateur. He even described himself as an amateur, but he could compete on the big leagues, to the point where, you know, some of Scotland's most famous professional musicians were taking his credit. That's what it was. Claim your credit. A fantastic composer. He's composed a lot of the tunes, like some of the tunes that you'll hear. And a lot of people will find his tunes tricky. Not as tricky as a lot of Robert McIntosh tunes can be found tricky. But his have their own trickiness to them. And some people would complain. And one guy's like, why are your tunes so hard? And I think his response was either, I don't write tunes for like bumblers or bunglers or something like that. And then he just like walked out, just like mic drop. Basically like, you just suck. It's not that it's hard, you just suck. Mic drop, you know? But yeah, his clock that he built is actually, it's a wooden clock and it still works. It's one of the most accurate clocks ever built at that time period, if not like the most accurate clock built in that time period, which is pretty freaking impressive. He was a genius. He was sort of like Scotland's Da Vinci almost. I mean, he didn't, I don't know, design a suspension bridge or a helicopter or anything like that, but he dabbled in science and math and, you know, all the trades. He was like the tradesman version of Da Vinci, I guess you could say. And he put his math skills to work in a different way. In fact, he made a vest for himself out of like this really high quality fabric that was just going to be thrown away because it was just like the scraps that was left over by the tailor making something for the Duke. And he's just like, whoa. I can make stuff out of this. And the tailor was just like, nah. And Will was like, yeah. And Taylor was like, fine, whatever. And then William Marshall made a vest for himself out of scrap. What was considered scrap. And he was super proud of that. So yeah, he did stuff professionals said wouldn't be possible, and he did it. And he's pretty cool. He's a character. A lot of people from that time were characters. A lot of the most notable fiddle composers of the time were characters. So you had William Marshall, who was an amateur servant, completely self-taught in literally everything. And he was able to do so much. And he was just a servant. And the best friend to the guy he was serving. Then you had Neil Gow, who I'll play a tune from. I'll play a Neil Gow. Neil Gow Sr., not Neil Gow Jr. Neil Gow Jr. unfortunately died in his 20s, and he was the grandson to Neil Gow Sr. I think he was Nathaniel Gow's son. Nathaniel was one of the more prolific composers of Gow's 8 children. So you had like a three generation Gow dynasty, and then everything was cut short, unfortunately. But Neil Gow was like the first fiddler who was able to make a living and support his family. Hi, I'm talking about Neil Gow for a second. Neil Gow Sr. was the first Scottish fiddler, or really first folk musician Gow, Gow. He was the first folk musician really to make a living and support like 8 kids on purely just folk music. It had never been done before. Never. And he was the first to do that. There's a lot of firsts with Scottish music. So you have like the first successful like family man purely folk musician. You have a major amateur fiddle composer who was a servant and tailor and a clockmaker and did self-taught entirely. Then you have Robert McIntosh, who would actually sometimes write hemiolas in his jigs. You just have to look for him. Robert McIntosh was also a classical musician, a Baroque musician. He had bright red hair, so he's called Rob Roy. I'm not sure about Neil Gow, but a lot of the fiddle. Neil Gow was the one to break the stereotype of the alcoholic fiddler who just took everyone's money. There's some Neil Gow tunes. Come on, Neil Gow. Wait. There we go. Neil Gow tune. He was the one to. I'll play a Robert McIntosh tune later. I played one yesterday for you guys actually, and I also played a Neil Gow tune yesterday for you guys. But Neil Gow was the one to break the stereotype of the rowdy fiddler who just took people's money, then got drunk, and then lived in the gutter. You know, he was the one who broke that entire stereotype. He was one of the first ones who people wanted to have around as a fiddler. I have my balance being tune. So this one is a slow air, and this is what Robert Burns actually wanted a Red, Red Rose to be sung to, not whatever it's being sung to now. And in that version, it would be like, when you would sing it as a Red, Red Rose, it would be like A and then half of the B part. But I'll just play it as written. And I just played it once through, and I guess I played it a little too fast, really. It's a lament, actually. So typically you would play it more slowly. But yeah, that's the tune that Robert Burns heard just before he wrote A Red, Red Rose. So if you ever hear that song sung, just know that they're probably not singing it to the right tune, because that is the tune. He went to the funeral for Major Graham of Inverkey, and Neil Gow was commissioned to write a tune for this man, the major, who he actually knew personally. And Robert Burns was invited, and he heard that, and he's like, aha! And he immediately like went back and wrote a love song to a sad lament. But it's a lovely, beautiful tune. And another, what was it? Empty Shield is what most people sing Auld Lang Syne to in America these days because of Canadians. And there's a Nathaniel Gowan. Let's see. What's a good Robert Burns? No, not Robert Burns. Robert McIntosh. So Robert McIntosh was also a classical musician, and he tried doing classical music. And he tried composing that, and he did. You can find. Hello, 2 people. Hi, I'm looking for a Robert Burns tune to play in this book. I just put new strings on my violin. As I was, oh, there's one. That's 2-page one. Don't feel like it. Okay. Okay. Come on. Skinner, Baker, Blowy. Bracken. Oh, there's an Ali Bain tune in here. Okay. Entertain you while I lay in bed? Okay, I will. Alright, I'll just play the Barrow Burn reel. I started playing the wrong thing. I'm playing Flowers of Edinburgh. Screw it, I'll play Flowers of Edinburgh. And the whole set that goes with it. If I can find it. It's here. Somewhere. Good set. There it is. Flowers of Edinburgh, by the way, was Thomas Jefferson's favorite tune, although he played it as a slow air, so it might have been a different Flowers of Edinburgh. practice those tunes more again. So yeah. You're drinking watermelon alcohol. I suppose anything can be turned into an alcoholic beverage. So yeah, that was The Flowers of Indra, followed by Lasso Paddy's Mill, followed by East Nuke Fife, and then finishing off with the Bottom of the Punch Bowl. And now to play something some people are absolutely sick of. Oh, okay. Oh my god, you still there? Do you need something slow to make you sleep? Tuning. Depends on so Omegon asked, how long does it take for new strings to break in? Anywhere from a couple days to a week. Okay, good night. Thanks. Oh yeah, good luck getting up early tomorrow, man. Or girl, whichever. Good night. So you want some twerking? I don't know if I could twerk. Yeah, no, I cannot twerk. Especially not under these conditions. Alright, good night, girl. Girl, spelled G-U-R. What? This? Yeah, that's about it. That's about all I can do. When it comes to twerking, because I haven't, practiced because I don't care. I used to look cuter in this dress, but I did gain weight. in the past couple years, especially within the last year. I'm just looking for something I want to play. Hold on, guys. Ow! So I don't normally play Donald Blue. Ooh. And I should eat something at some point soon. Okay. Sure. I mean, you don't have to watch the whole thing, but that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Let's see. Okay. No, I'm not gonna play that, but you know. Okay, let's try something. There we go. So that's Sleep Soon Ida Morning. Ooh! Ooh, 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 ooh. I know what I should play. I'm gonna quickly, ever so quickly, open up to the King's Reel in here, wherever the heck that is. There's the King's Reel, King's Reel, King's Reel. No, that's the King's Gun. The Fairy Dance, the Fir Tree. Fairy Dance, Largo's Fairy Dance, I know is by Nathaniel Gow. Hold on, guys. What the? Is it just under K for King's Reel? Like, what? King George IV's Welcome to Scotland. Hold on, guys. This is an awesome, awesome set. Just haven't played it in a while. So, oh, there it is. King's Reel 106. There we go. So I played that yesterday. Just wanted to make sure I had all that up. It's a good tune. All right, so another person. All right. Well, I got two people here, so. Dang it. No, stay open. What was it? I've been playing this song for. Oh, I'm playing C sharp when I shouldn't. I can't play this now. My brain died. What the? I am playing the wrong notes. What? Yeah. That's where I was missing. I was playing a measure in a way I kind of want to say that was a typo. Oh well. Those tunes are good together, and I'll actually record that in a set. The Haggis! But set for violin! I don't know. I mean, it would be a Northern King, but why is the Haggis gone? What do you mean? What do you mean, why is the Haggis gone? What? Am I not saying stuff? No. The Haggis, it's a reel. There's a reel. Oh. Well, I completely missed that. So I played the Haggis in a competition a few years ago. Let's see if I can still play it. No. it's such an awkward. You're going so far. That's a good tune. Vegan haggis is a lie. There's nothing vegan about haggis. And if you're gonna be vegan, why try to make fake haggis? That's so stupid. You know, it's not even haggis at that point. Ooh, I put a dirk in the old man. And no, I'm not even lying about that title. In my version of the Sky Collection, yeah, you know, you can't have vegan haggis. I don't care what those vegans say. Oh, so I just got an important message. Okay. So, yeah, I put a dirk in the old man. That's a real tune. Yeah, right next to I'll break your head for you. So yeah. Oh, someone just sent me an important message. I cannot wait to reply to this. Okay, so I'll play I Put a Dirk in the Old Man. So yeah, that's I Put a Dirk in the Old Man. So Matthew, I was right. So Matthew was grading quizzes, and he just realized he had 100 to grade by tomorrow morning. Who would Dirk? Oh my God, no. He's not. He can't be that old. But yeah, that's apparently in other versions of the Sky Collection, that tune has a completely different title, but the notes are just like ever so slightly different. But I like the version that's I Put a Dirk in the Old Man. It's funny. I like it. I wonder if Oh my God just fell asleep to me playing this. That'd be kind of funny. Let's see if I can remember the 9/8 tune. I Dinna Ken. Oh yeah. called Adinaken, which translates to I don't know from Scots. Yeah, I learned that from John Turner, Dr. John Turner. I don't know if he wrote it or no, that's just the title of the tune. Just I don't know. Adinaken. And yeah, it's a good tune. I like it. I am not sure if he wrote it. I dinna ken. I dinna ken. I'll type it. Are you pulling the who's on first base? No, that's what sort of thing. That's what it is. I dinna ken. Ken is no. Dinna don't. It's a very Scottish phrase. Excuse me. I don't know when my parents are getting back. And I don't know where my brother is. Maybe that was him who just messaged me. Ah! Oop. Farewell to Whiskey. I'll play Farewell to Whiskey. Yeah, I caught on quickly. So I'll have to play Farewell to Whiskey and follow it with Welcome Whiskey Back Again. Why is Whiskey gone? So there was a period of time where there was not a good crop that year, so they couldn't make good whiskey, so they were running low on whiskey, apparently. I think there was also a period of time where they weren't supposed to be making whiskey. I can't remember exactly, but the last time I heard the story, it was because there was a bad crop that year. Man. Yep. And then when I came back, he had that fun Strathspey, which is really awkward to play sitting down. I haven't really played those tunes, I think, since middle school. I need to go back to playing them. They're good Neil Gow tunes. Miss Watts Reel. Let's see. Nathaniel Gow, Captain Fraser, Donald Doe. Oh, Miss Garden of Troops, a good one. Oh, Miss Garden of Troops by Robert McIntosh. Oh, there we go. Oh, I found a bunch of Macintosh tunes. There's like 4. And then a Duncan McIntyre. Thank you. Let's see. Oh. Wait. That's not the Garden of Troop I know. That's Mrs. Garden of Troop. Macintosh tunes are one of those tunes, like, I don't feel comfortable just sight reading them. Macintosh of Macintosh. Another version of the Bridge of Inverness. Oh, it's in a different key. He basically took the same tune and then put it in a different key. Mackin tunes. The really difficult jig I played yesterday was a Macintosh tune. Yui with a crooked horn. Alright, some people... Oh gosh, okay, there's like 3 different Yui with a crooked horn tunes. It's probably all the same tune, just in 3 different versions. Like this one that I saw that was like a hornpipe, and then there's a real version, and then there's a Strathspey version. Some credit Neil Gow with them. Some say they're very old. How did the jig go? How did the jig go? Oh, the one. Okay, I don't think I gave you an answer. So it was the really tricky one that wasn't. I forget the final chord, but yeah, that one can make my hand cramp. Yeah, so that's some like Miss Ferguson or something like that. It's a jig. I'll go find the title, and when I record the set of jigs I played it with, which was the set that my teacher Andrew Dodds taught me, then I'll do that. Oh, you know what? I should record a set of some really old stuff. Where's another? There's a lot of Robert McIntosh and Robert Petrie. My back. Clydesdale Lasses, Cameron's Rant. That's wait, is that Dainty Davy? Dainty Davy! Thank you. Hey, Mitch. How you doing? Not even wearing the hat that I made right now. Yep, I'm going casual. I'm going like, when did I get this dress? So I was 14. So this dress is 2010 chic. Late 2010. Woo! So this dress is 8 years old. Very old is some of the music that I'm playing, man. I'll play some really old tunes. There we go. I'll play well, I'm almost too fat for this. I say that even though before I was technically too skinny. No, more like fat. I didn't gain fat in the right places. See, if it were thick, it'd have just been like button boobs, but now it was like 4 inches on the waist, almost 5, man. It was bad. I think I'm slowly shaving it off, maybe. Ugh, it's bad. But I'm gonna play some old hornpipes. The first one will be Old Age and Young Ne'er Agrees Together. Follow. Oh yeah, Fat for My Frame. I have a very wiry frame. So I'm gonna play Old Age and freaking. I went airsofting and I have bruises and whatnot. They would have when I was like 17, and I actually I looked up their dimensions. No, not the violin. Just I got bruises, and morphia. So I'm gonna play Old Age and Young Ne'er Agrees Together, followed by Key of the Cellar, also known as Camille Fréfrance, also known as another title that was given because of some lady's patronage. It has more to do with frame, not weight. I think it used to have to do with frame, but now it's all, it used to have to do with weight, but at this point it's all about frame and dimensions. And I used to have the right dimensions. I'm not tall enough though. I'm like tall enough for a magazine. but not like a runway. Runway models are taller than I am, but I would have fit the bill for a magazine model, with the exception of the fact that I have a rare autoimmune disease that blemishes my skin. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna quickly retune my fiddle before anything. Oh my God was on here. He might have fallen asleep listening. Have you seen the Mongolian metal that's been going around? That stuff's awesome. When I was in high school, in my IB music class, we had a world music project. So of course I did Scotland, and this one guy, he has some like really old Mongolian heritage, even though he was like totally white, but he had like some heritage from Mongolia, which was pretty cool. And so he Mongolian throat singing is awesome. Like I can't do that. There's a special technique you have to do, and it's so zen. Like I'm sure it can make you feel scared, but also just completely zened out. It's pretty cool. So yeah. those are two old hornpipes that were written in 3/2. Well, one was the publishing I have in it is 6/4. Let's see. I could probably play a little bit, but then I actually do have to figure out what to do for dinner. Oh, Shepherd's Son! Okay. The Shepherd's Son. No one is quite sure whether it's Scottish, English, Welsh, or Irish. But it's old. It's just old. And there was a descant added to it. So when you're like in a large group and you have a mix of like, yeah, I know it's almost 8. I had a late lunch though. But so you have the descant added on top, and then you have like the main tune, and then you have a bass line. So when you have a huge group, you can have like all the parts played at once, and it's awesome. But and it's super fun to play. It's so simple. You know, it can be a beginner's tune all the way up to an advanced person's tune, and just everyone can have a blast. I'll just play the main part of it because I haven't mastered the higher part yet because I keep on forgetting to practice it. So it just goes. Can I do womp womp on the violin? What is womp womp? I do not know what womp womp is. It's a trumpet thing. Womp womp. I don't know. I know there's a bunch of stuff that you can do with the violin, like the mousetrap sound effect. No, I'm not smashing a violin. Nope. 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 Oh, nope. Oh, Miss Shepherd. Miss Shepherd. Someone just left. Was that Mitch? Did Mitch leave? Or did Omegon leave? Someone left. Someone left without saying bye. Or was that Will? Wah, wah, wah. I'll have to figure out how to do that. Oh, Irish Rover's on here. There's a bunch of Irish tunes in here. Okay. So it's not Will. So either Mitch or Omegon left. I'm sure. Yeah, that's true. You normally say bye. So either Mitch left or Omegon left. Maybe he had like his laptop up and. Okay. Now my brain has the Barrow Burn reel in it. No. Yay! So there you go. The Barrow Burn reel. I wonder who's here. I'll get off soon. My brother still isn't here. My parents haven't come back. The electrician who's supposed to be coming hasn't come. Barrow Burn, not barrel. Barrow. Here, I'll tape it in. So that was the Barrow Burn reel by Addie Harper. Loch Torridon is good. There's two different names for that tune, actually. in competition, I played it like a whole step down. So it was like. So I know that one, but so I mean, I played it a whole fifth down when I played it in competition because of the Strathspey that I had after it, and that was the competition that was judged by Bonnie Rideout, my grand teacher. So that was exciting. Well, it's about 8. I'll end the stream at 3 hours. How about that? I have like 10 minutes to go till 3 hours. Why not? Why not? I'll just play till then. Like, ooh! I need to get the Lads of Thuns up. I mean the Drovers Lads, not Lads of Thuns. Drovers Lads. All right, let's see if I can play this thing. Dang it, I forgot what tune I was going into next. Wait. send that set there, and then I'll just play the next jig as a separate tune. So 2 of those jigs are run by someone else, and then 1 of those jigs was by me. Can you guess which one it was? How bad is the delay with this thing? Which one was the good one? Oh, okay. But which one was the good one? I'm back. It's bad. I'll just start over. I was playing that out of order a little bit. That second time. Yeah. For some reason, I always want to play the D part when I should play the C part. I don't know why. Good one. Good one. Oh, there's the new rig. It's not the version I know. That's not the new rig ship I know. That's not the new rig ship. No. Hold on. Well, I have one more minute about. So I'll save the new rig ship and whatnot. well, the full rig chip and the new rig chip. Thing. The full rig chip. Okay. 4 parts. I thought it was 3 parts. Yeah, it's 3 parts. Someone said it was 4 parts. Oh yeah, that's how it goes. For some reason, I couldn't remember how it started, I think. But usually once I get started on the tune, I can't stop. Those are 2 Shetland tunes. That was the full rig chip and the new rig chip, which is not the same new rig chip that's right here. That's a jig. I gotta try this. Yeah, that's a completely different tune. Weird. Just weird. The Irish Washerwoman? No. Where's the tune? There's like, there's a tune. Well, no. Six A's. Huh. Maybe it's that one. I don't know. I guess I'll play one more tune and then I'll end the stream. I'll play one that I wrote. Or not. Alright, I'll end the stream now. Hi.
Do what now?
I was live streaming. I'm ending it now. Though, since you guys are here. Colin still hasn't shown up.
He's working.
Oh.
Till 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, okay. All right. Good night, guys. Thank you for watching. And it was a pleasure to have you guys here. I know Will's still watching, and I don't know who the other person is, but they probably fell asleep. It might be Omega, who fell asleep listening. All right. One of the people in the chat says hi. Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
And that says hi. All right. You're welcome. Thanks for staying. Bye.